Shalom, shalom, shalom. Welcome to so-called belated Wednesday. Today, obviously, so-called Thursday, but this is a belated Thursday. Monday was so-called uh, Columbus Day. But the program must continue with the righteousness of the Lord. And today, the topic of the class, as people come in, and I hope everybody share their class, share this channel, share this understanding of back to basics with yours truly, by the grace of the Most High, first and foremost, and Yahweh Shai, and brothers that help me understand this word that I'm bringing forth to you, and the wisdom that Most High deemed fit to impart to me with these scriptures to bring out today. I want y'all to pay attention, take notes, absorb what I'm bringing out today, and for everybody to share this class, for everybody to get back to the root of everything, right? The root of our nation, the root of the beginnings of who we are, and how the law, though we harp on it, we talk about it, we speak on it much about the law, and we harp on it. Yeah, harp is also an instrument that was and still is an Israelite instrument that women played with the strings, right, and played very well, right? It is something that is necessary for us to get into the righteousness of who we are and righteousness in the beginnings in what is called the rudiments, right? Now, everybody that's watching right now, thank you, Sister Wana. Thank you, Sister Issachar Princess, and anybody else that please put a word in the chat. Please say something in the chat for me to shout you out, to talk to you, to make this class and these classes moving forward more interactive, more lively, because our God is a living God. So we got to be live. We got to be in it to win it. We're already winning it, but might as well put our spirit in it to win it. Like it's all these championships from every NFL, hockey, I'm Canadian, part Canadian, hockey team, baseball team, every sport combined. That's our championship, because there's no championship greater than being an Israelite. There's no championship, man. The women are in there too. The ladies, y'all in it too. Y'all in it too. Don't get it twisted. The women are in it. The children are in it. Because the children, we are training them for them to become the new starting lineup. The new ones coming up to teach their children, and so on and so forth. So we have to be in it to win it, because all these championships of every team, every sport, whether it be curling, I freaking hate curling, whether it be hockey, I used to watch hockey, baseball, Dan, I love you. I love baseball now, my kind of sport. Montreal Expos, what happened? But moving on, right? The law are the rudiments, our rudiments. Because best believe in the world, they have their own rudiments, they have their own laws, their own quantum physics, all their multiplication tables, division tables, all their formulas. For us, we have what I would like to call the quantum physics of the spiritual realm that could be brought in to the physical realm, right? But we got to start with the basics, man. We got to start with elements that we could do on a daily basis that translate from the spiritual from within to the real world without. And how we know that we have the quantum physics and the the spiritual powers, the prayers. But as we know, if we don't obey the Most High, them prayers ain't gonna be heard. So let's start with, right, this question. Welcome, Sister Bethia, as well, right? And anybody watching, I have this question. Let's read first Colossians chapter 2, verse 8, right? And it reads, beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit. Philosophy is a thought process, ideology, ethos, right? In the Greek, ethos, right? Vain deceit. Vain is empty, it has no merit, no substance to it, and deceit is a lie. So it's an empty lie. So again, beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy, right? Ideology, ideas, hypothesis, ethos in the Greek, right? And vain deceit after the traditions of men in the world, so-called Esau, with his enos, his society, his thought process, right? After the rudiments of the world and not after Christ. Christ, a black man, right? Now, my question is this. What is rudiments? If you would, I want y'all to use your brains and any tool that's at your disposal. I prefer a book. But if you don't have a book, what is the definition of rudiments, right? Right? Rudiments, what is the definition of that? Where does that come from? Because there's no word in the scriptures that's used just cause. If you do your research on how the Bible was compiled, no word was put there just to be put there. Every word was carefully selected. So now, the word rudiments, what does it mean? Right? And as y'all look for that, and you give me the definition in the chat, and if you don't know, put a 1. The more ones that I see, the more I break it down. The more definitions I see, the more I will take time to break it down. So it's on y'all. The ball's in your court, right? And I'm waiting on y'all. You're my people. Because even though Moses was a king, right? And I'll explain, he was a king, he was still a servant. And no servant is above his master, which is the Most High, right? And under the Most High is Yahushua. I don't see Wonder in there. I don't see nobody else. I want to see more ones or more definitions. I know y'all watching. Come on now. Come on now. I want to see. Because these same rudiments are the same ones that act upon us right now, upon us, upon our children. Even these rudiments act upon the children in the womb. And we have mothers that play music, Beethoven. They play classical music. They play the violin. They play. So there's rudiments that act on people that are not even in this world, but that are in the womb, and they know that these rudiments act upon children, and they are correct. So then, those same rudiments, what are they? Right? Beginnings, right? First principles. Yes, I like that. Sister Bata, I think you meant fundamentals, right? One you said they're searching, and you mean you searching. Don't say you. Don't say you searching, right? But I'm gonna give you the definition of rudiments. Rudiments, the definition is elements, right? And as Sister Issachar Princess says, it's first principles, right? Fundamentals, as Sister Bataya brought out, right? And sometimes they might put in fundamental principles, right? But now, since the word rudiments is found in the New Testament, and the New Testament is written in the Greek, what the word for rudiments in the Greek is stoieka. Stoicheia. Let me write it down in the chat because I'm not no Greek, and I'm not gonna, master the word, but neither am I gonna, try to give an effort. I'd rather give effort to the Hebrew than to the Greek. But that word, stoicheia, right? I would say stoicheia refers to physical building blocks of the universe or spiritual forces that govern these things. Those are the rudiments, right? So these rudiments, right? They are what? These same philosophies that the verse spoke about, and these vain deceits. But the law itself, it won't steer you wrong. I've even heard people at camp come and say, "Oh, the Bible was compiled. It was written by so and so. It was written by the white man. It was written by this, that." Listen, man. At the end of the day, when the Most High deemed fit to have this book, these libraries, these holy libraries, these holy books be compiled, and and in those books, these libraries, these holy libraries, right? Because Holy Bible, holy libraries. There are 5 books, which are the Torah, which compile into a set of laws, statutes, and commandments, where if you follow these things, it'll be easy. Your life be easy. You're like, yo, hey, he said, Most High saying, hey, don't go to the left, don't go to the right. Right? Hey, when you reach that point in your life, there's going to be a pit next to you. Don't step in the pit. Hey, when you see these elements in the sky, meaning the sun, moon, and the stars, right? At these time frames, hey, this is what you do. This is what I demand of you. This is what I want from you, for you to be elevated, for you to be a peculiar people, right? And these rudiments that the Most High gave us, which are not vain, because every time we go to Passover, Feast of Tabernacles that we just passed, right? And we go out to the woods, we sleep in tents on the hard ground, right? Depending if you have a thin mattress, a thin so-called mattress, or an inflatable mattress. If you don't, you're sleeping on the ground. You might get some water in your tent because you got a hole somewhere, or you got no roof over your tent, and you got to make some makeshift stuff, or some accident happened and water come in. What you gonna do? You gonna complain? You gonna complain? Nah, you just came out of civilization. You're out here because you want to feel what it was like for our ancestors to walk 40 years in the desert, going around in circles, right? 40 years, sleeping on the ground, getting fed by the Most High. You gonna complain? Nah, might as well just, the water's next to you. Next to you wake up, you got water next to your head. Might as well grab your toothbrush, dip it in the water if it's clean, right? And put some toothpaste and start brushing. That's how our ancestors were doing it. Like Magat, they was doing it like the good part of the 18. And okay, sister, if you haven't camped out, you haven't camped yet. It's an experience, man. It wakes you up to the fact that, man, I got it good. I got it sweet. I got it sweet. Right? Now it makes you think, because in the book of Hebrews, it says what? Let's go there. I'm going a little bit in a tangent, but I want to bring this out because it's important. Because when we was out there during the Feast of Tabernacles, because I'm going to talk about in the class, it was raining. And I'm not gonna lie, like there were times water was dripping on my foot in my sleeping bag, and I was about to say, oh man, what? And my spirit was like, why is it raining on my foot right now? Be like, yo, bro, like, what's wrong with you, man? You in a sleeping bag. You good? Like, why you complaining, brother? Like, yo, it could be worse. It could be much worse. It could be snow out here. It could be ice. And I mean ice, the weather, not ice. Customs enforcement, all that. Nah. I got my papers. And I hope everybody in the chat, everybody in my people, even though you're 10 tribes, even though you Issachar, you Mexican, or you're from South America of Negro descent, you're my people, right? But going out to camping is an experience, right? And lacking stuff, it makes you, when you come back, it makes you appreciate what you have. And this is Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1. Now, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. It makes you think, damn, we practicing the righteous acts. We doing what we're supposed to do to please the Most High. We're going through a little taste of hardship of what our ancestors went through, keeping the law. You know what I'm saying? Keeping what we're supposed to do to please the Father. And yes, porta potty, yes. I can say there are people that I know that they have their own porta potty. Now, back then, you had to have a shovel. You had to have a shovel, and you had to, go in the bushes. You know what I'm saying? Outside the camp, dig, whoop, whoop, whoop. Pay a construction bill, and do your thing, and then wash up and come back. Now we got porta potties. People have no idea how sweet we got it. But in Hebrews 11:1, it makes you think you out here in the woods in so-called civilized contemporary times, where we have all the amenities. We have lights on command by flicking a switch. We got TV. We got a fridge to keep your food cool, and the microwave to warm it up again, and all these things. But the Most High, by keeping the law, He was feeding us. You got manna for bread, quail. You know what I'm saying? We are super spoiled. That's why when you go out there and you go through those things in the woods, man, you're like, damn. You have to drink water from a spigot, or if it rains, you have the blessing of finding a leaf that have water in it and just tip the leaf. I didn't do that. I'm not gonna cap and say that I did that. I'm just saying. I'm imagining how it was, and we had to, like Moses did. Moses had told him, hey, go over there, hit the rock, and water's gonna come out. Boom, bam, bam, boom. And we had it good. Meanwhile, other civilization had to, like so-called white man, what was he doing? They was drinking beer and alcohol all the time because the water was unclean. They was taking baths in the same filthy water. And they even believed that clean water was dirty. It was not safe to bathe in clean water. That's how mental these people were and still are. Because there are still artists out there in Hollywood. They don't bathe, right? But let's keep going so we don't go on a tangent, right? So just like children, right? We have to go back to basics and come back and walk again and say, hey, though I know how to walk, every year is a different battle. Every year there's different enemies. We don't combat flesh and blood. We combat spiritual wickedness in high places. That's Ephesians. And that's, you wake up, man. Some of us have small battles, but those small battles can equate to another person that has a bigger battle. A person that struggled to eating pork because he's starting off in the truth, he doesn't know that he's back to basics. He thinks he's beginning, but he's back to basics. He's just doing what he's supposed to do to get back right with the Most High in this, according to Scripture and according to who he's supposed to be as an Israelite, as one of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. To him, he's like, yeah, I'm beginning a new life. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Like Yahushua said, you have to become a new creature. But even if some of us have been in this truth for 5 years, some of us for 14, some of us have been born in this truth. Some of us have started out at 34, whatever age, right? You're back to basics. You're becoming a new creature. You're becoming a new entity before the Lord. And now, as you walk, you can't make those same mistakes. You may fall, but it'll be worse to fall and say, I quit. I'm out, man. That's the worst thing you could ever do. Because you gave up pork, shrimp, crab, lobster. So you started with the basics, which is the dietary law. That some of us is harder because some of us, especially some of my 10 tribes brethren, like my Taino people, y'all love that pork on your fork, man. Love that pork on your fork and them empanadas and that in many of y'all dishes. Yeah, that pork, man. And it's like, yo, and it's hard to give up, but it's all about setting yourself up for success. Like you go in your fridge, you're like, yeah, I want to be about this truth. I'm about it. I'm about it. I'm gung ho, but I'm gonna take it slow. I got this. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. I'm gung ho, but I'm ready to go. But I'm gonna take it slow, right? That's the motto, and that's not no pun intended. That's just the spirit just going about it, like going about it, right? You go in your fridge, you say, hey, I got pork, I got sausage, I got these things. Let me take that out, put it in the trash. Don't give it to somebody else. That's wicked. You're passing on sin. Don't put it in the trash. That's not a loss. That's a gain in the spirit because you putting out things that you're not supposed to eat. Then you say, hey, what I usually eat, I'm not going to eat. I'm going to go to the supermarket and buy fresh fruits, vegetables, clean meats. You know what I'm saying? Everything, check every label. No gelatin, no jello. You know what I'm saying? No marshmallow for now, unless you find some vegan marshmallows or vegan gummies. You know what I'm saying? That you're sure. And you stuff your fridge with fruits, vegetables, and things that are clean and nothing unclean according to scriptures, right? You ain't got no dime left according to, for your pocket, for your budget, for your food. So now you ain't got no reason to go out there and eat something unclean. If you want to eat something, the fridge is right there. You go in the fridge, you take what you can, you say, hey, I gotta whip up something. I gotta work with something. You know what I'm saying? I gotta make something. Got some chicken, you put some seasoning, you know what I'm saying? You take them beans, you soak them during the night, you add some bell peppers, some garlic in there, some salt. You know what I'm saying? You blend the beans when they're soft, and you mix that up. Mix some black bean sauce. You mix that with the rice and with the chicken. Bang bang bing bang. You ready to go. It all depends. But whatever's in your fridge, that's your wisdom, your so-called Solomon moment, your Susanna moment. You know what I'm saying? You went, you said, hey, I'm gonna put myself in a corner to win, right? So let's go to Psalms chapter 14. And let's start at verse 1. Right? But first, Salah, let me see the comments. See the comments? Yeah, we super spoiled. We are, man. We are. And I'm going to show y'all through the Spirit of the Most High. May He take command, may He take control. And Yahushua, may He hear my prayer and y'all's prayer as well. And put y'all in the spirit, in the mode, in the mindset to really absorb what I'm about to bring out, right? And we come back every day, all day, sister. Yeah, sister, correct, princess. Every day, all day. Yes, that was the time when the man was carrying y'all. and we had slaves. And y'all was like, yo, man, yo, Sister Issachar, Princess Wanda, Sister Bethia, you know what I'm saying? Yo, y'all not walking? Where you going? I'm just going in the corner bodega. No. Yo, Palanquin, come over here, man. Yo, she going in the corner store. Get on, get on, sis. Bang, bang, bing, bang. Go over there. You know what I'm saying? When I go to the restaurant and ask if they use lard to make rice and beans, they'll be, yes. And that's how we check those other nations. And on top of that, back then, if we, and you could see that we the people of God, because why would we go out there and eat in other nations' food when we got our women that make the best food ever? The best food ever. Huh? Come on now. Nah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'll tell you an anecdote, right? I love my people's food so much. I would go to my auntie's house and she would make some good food. And one time I ate her food. I was like, Auntie, this food is not up to par, man. Like, it's not your usual work. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if you got problems or you sad what's going on, but today, nah. She said, what? Boy, nephew, you got a mouthful on you. I said, Auntie, I'm just being honest. Usually your stuff be slamming, but today something's going on. Something is off. And she was like, man, yo, nah, you got a mouthful on you. Like, I'm sorry. I'm just saying. But this is Psalm chapter 14, verse 1. The fool has said in his heart, there is no God. They are corrupt. They have done abominable works. There is none that doeth good. The Lord looketh down from heaven upon the children of men to see if there were any that did understand and seek God. And this is why you have many of these YNs right now. They're running around, running amok. And the women some of the women are even worse. You have a secret chef? Nah, I'm not no secret chef. Yo, Daniel Allen, Captain Dan, he's a chef. He's a chef. I'm trying, man. He's the one that be critiquing my food. And he's like, I think it's my auntie that kept coming back in the form of Daniel Allen through judgment, because he's like, nah, Yediah, nah, yo, it ain't, yo, what was that, man? So, but he'll tell you if you ask him next time at High Holy Day, ask him if I'm doing better. Let's just say, I pray to the Lord that he says in the affirmative, but we'll see. So I'm still working, I'm still whipping, but I'll be watching certain TV shows, and I'm like, yeah, let me put that Levite twist on it. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. So yeah, these young YNs out here, the men and the women, are just buck wild. They're just going buck wild. And that's why I implore the sisters, y'all gotta come together, you know what I'm saying, and have your own thing, and invite women, and maybe, talk to them, give them advice, create our own group on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but we need sisters to come out here and check these ladies. We got little teenagers talking about, he's small. Like, and it's like, no, they must be talking about his height, but they're not talking about that. So I'm gonna keep it at that. But it's like, why are you talking about these things? Right? Yeah. The philosophies and the vain deceits of this world are acting upon the weaker vessel of our daughters and the weaker vessel of mind of our men, easily swayed by the prevailing winds of peer pressure and how to be in society, how to look, how to act. And when us men, we go out there and we try to reel them in, try to bring them back to their heritage, their kingship, their commonwealth under Christ. You know what I'm saying? Be like, hey, Lord, you're a king, you're a lord. You shouldn't walk this way with your pants down. You should walk with great dignity, great understanding of self. But they're so busy looking for the next bag, looking for how to, especially the sisters on certain websites, and doing things that are beneath their mental, spiritual, and skill level. That as women, not only by doing that, they demean themselves, but they even promote it by acting that way. And other women get jealous and they want to do the same thing, whether it be doing things that are demeaning or doing things that will lead them into a path to demean themselves to gain a certain status. You know what I'm saying? But I digress. Now, for us to get them to get back on the path, we ourselves have to make sure that we come back to basics. We come back to, hey, when was the last time I checked myself? When the last time I said, hey, yo, what's up? What's up with you, brother? Kun, Sister Sagrada Princess, Kun. Psalms 14:1. What's going on, brother? What you doing? Talk to yourself. Go into your temple. Be like, hey, what's going on with you? Most High, can you talk to me? What am I doing? What's going on? It's not when things are going bad that you should go hard. You should go hard when things are going good and bad, and be the same in both environments. And that's something that some of us are good at, others are not good at. And that's why being around each other and keeping the law helps each other to infuse or transluce energy or transluce spiritual gifts, spiritual rudiments of our world into each other, so that we do not become the fool that said in his heart there is no God. Nah, you don't want to be that fool. That fool ends up dead. Not only in the spirit, but in the mind, and later in the flesh. Because you thought that way. You don't want to be that man. That man walking around and he killing everybody in sight. He killing anybody in sight, right? Now, we got to rehearse, meditate, right? And act in a way that is congruent with the basics of the law. Man, I don't need to eat pork. Man, I could eat lamb. I could eat fruits and vegetables. I could wake up and eat figs. Man, I'm under stress this week. I'm gonna eat a fig. Man, I got high blood pressure. Man, I'm gonna eat a garlic clove. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna eat a garlic clove, man. I don't eat a garlic clove. You're like, yeah, man, my brain is relaxed. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking straight. I finished work, glass of wine. Boom, boom. I ain't got no wine. Grab a fig or grab some antioxidant juice. Same thing. Just different ends of the same spectrum, right? One sweet, one bitter. Or you might have sweet red wine, right? That will help you. But that people, they don't think that. Man, we're seeing people at Popeyes. We're seeing people at these fast food joints. Everybody in the chat, y'all seeing customer wars? People are bugging out. I crack real crash outs, man. And this is the wisdom of our time. This is the wisdom and stability of our time. But we got to start with the basics again. We got to be like, hey, you died. What you doing, man? What you on, man? What's going on with you? And brothers might even punch me in the stomach. Bah! Like, yo, what's going on with you, man? Nah, man. The heck is wrong with you, brother? Wake up, boom, headbutt you. Like, what's going on, man? Like, you bang, 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 bang. They bring you back to life. Because we are some hard-headed people sometimes. Yes, we fall in hard times. But hard times make hard men. And hard men don't fall down easily. And sisters too, Sisters too. But sisters need, sometimes if you need help, and brothers too, no respect to persons, brothers need help, pick up a phone. Pick up a phone, right? Let's go to Psalms 34, verse 9. Psalm 34, verse 9. And it reads, "Oh, fear the Lord, ye his saints, for there is no want to them that fear him." The young lions, I would say the young niggas, the young lions do lack and suffer hunger. But they that seek the Lord shall not want any good thing. These young YNs, they need the Lord. And this young women, these YWs, they need the Lord. They don't need YSL. They don't need Yves Saint Laurent and Birkin bags. They don't need that stuff. And the YNs, they don't need no Bugatti. They don't need no big chain around their neck. They need that spiritual crown around their head. They need to go back to their elders, to the hoary heads, to the ones that know the scriptures, to the ones that been your age. You haven't been as young YNs. Yeah, you haven't been theirs. You haven't been their age. They know stuff, man. Why would you want to go through life hard? I'm not going out there. Sometimes I'm a hard-headed YN. That YN come out on me. I'm like, do I really want to go through that hardship, man, and waste time? Let's be honest. Sisters, do you want y'all YWs and friends to go through that hardship y'all went through? Don't y'all want y'all wisdom to proliferate to them, and to them, they proliferate that wisdom to their own daughters? Wisdom is like pollen from a flower. It goes from one flower to the next, one flower to the next, one flower to the next, which produces fruit, the sweetest fruit ever. But we cannot allow our YNs to be poisoned by this vain philosophy that's out here, this philosophy, this enos out here of the Greeks. The rudiments of this world that have not served us. We have to go back to basics, because when we was back to basics in Egypt, in the wilderness, we was in a better situation. We ate better, we looked good, we dressed good, we was on some other stuff. Meanwhile, the European man was wiping himself with hemp rope. Yeah, the rope that was hung, and they would use that rope to wipe themselves. They did not have no paper. But we the savages. We the savages. Come on, man. Come on, man. No, merci. No, merci. Merci un peu. Thank you very much. No. All right? So these young lions, man, these young lions do lack. This is Psalms 34 and 10. The young lions do lack and suffer hunger, for they that seek the Lord shall not want any good thing. I mean, if you want anything that's good, anything that is good for you, and you keep the commandments, you back to basics. It's not back to business as usual. It's back to basics. Back to the start. Because the landscape, every year the landscape changes. Now we got tariffs on deck. Trump is doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? The Most High set this whole thing up, man. Now people are suffering. People don't have jobs. But the Most High is looking out for us. Most High making sure he got y'all. But y'all got to keep it real with the Most High. Don't go back to business as usual. It's not B2B. It's not back to business as usual. No. It's back to basics, because the landscape has changed. Every time you go to the gym and you hit you go on elliptical, right? And you do a training regimen that is called high intensity training, HIIT, high intensity training, right? Is it always the same? No, it's not. There's highs and lows, peaks and highs, ebb and flows, right? There's no two waves that come exactly the same on the beach. So why do we think that we could keep going in this kingdom and keep doing the same thing? Now, are the laws constant? Yes, they are. But the challenges that come with these laws that come at us on a continuous basis, they change. They come at us from a different angle every time. The women, y'all have to be better than one. What's her name again? Wonder Woman. With her, nah, y'all have to be like, please, I don't need to wave my hand. Y'all sisters be like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? And the brothers be like, nah, I don't even need to move my hand. Yes, back to life, back to reality, our reality. There's many realities. And that's another class I'm going to teach. Hopefully I have a quantum class I want to teach, but hopefully I need to get everything to sort together and get some feedback on that. But let's keep going, right? Let's go to Psalms 70. And Book of Shah, if you have any questions, just pop it in the chat about back to basics specifically, right? Because I'm in a groove. I would like y'all to be more interactive. Let's go to Psalms 78:1. And it reads, "Give ear, O my people, to my law. Incline your ears to the words of my mouth." Now, this is the Lord talking. He's saying, incline your ear to the words of his mouth. That nothing that came out of his mouth has no merit, has no value, right? Even how holy as we celebrate has geothermic rhythms with the earth and our bodies. Because our bodies are 70% water and the earth is composed of more than 70% water, right? So the movement of the moon and all these entities, the celestial bodies that move across the sky, right? They act upon us. Each of us in a different way. But the law still remains. And the Most High said in the scriptures, he will never give you something that you will not be able to withstand or bear, right? So Psalms 78:1. "Give ear, O my people," the people of Israel, the children of God, the Israelites, the children of God, the cogs of this earth. A cog is a wheel that makes things turn. Without us, the world would not turn. We are the cog of the grand design of the Most High, right? "Incline your ear to the words of my mouth. I will open my mouth in a parable. I will utter dark sayings of old." The same thing Yahushua said in the New Testament, right? "Which we have heard and known." That means that we have heard and known. That means that this Bible, even before it was written, it was old tradition. Meaning you had to go to your forefathers, to your grandparents. Even to this day, I be asking my father questions like, what is a paquet Congo? You know what I'm saying? You know what that is? A paquet Congo is a small bag that had herbs, spices in it to protect us. That's what that was. A paquet Congo, right? Now, people would say it's voodoo, but that goes back to what? Back to basics. There's even a writer that said, what is magic to us? What is high technology? What is high technology to us can be construed as indistinguishable from magic. When technology is high enough, like You can't even discern it. It said you can't even discern it from magic or voodoo. You can't discern the two because it's so high level. But when you think about it, herbs in a small bag with spices and stuff, that is low level. Why is it that, and I'm not advocating for none of you young lions, you YNs or YWs to commit crime. But why is it that back in the day, drug dealers, right? When they needed to bring drugs in the US, the technology of the United States went high up there. What did the drug dealers do? They went low on the technology end. They went low on the technology end to make sure that they didn't get caught. Sometimes low technology can be high-end technology. Just because it's high technology, it seems cool, it doesn't beat the knowledge of the Most High. Because even in China, right, they had packets. They would open a pouch, put spices, different things in there, and they would hang it around their waistband to breathe as medicine. So that was the beginnings of Vicks Vapor Rub, huh? But you got companies like Vicks and different companies that create medicine, and they talk about poultries and all these things. But if you go back to the beginning and go back to the scriptures, these are basic things that we had, that we knew, and our forefathers taught us. You go back to Jamaica, to Haiti, to the West Indies, Trinidad and Tobago, and all these places down south, they show you certain plants. They say, hey, you take this plant, bang, bang, bing, bang, it'll treat this and treat that. But the enemy, the so-called YTs, or the white people, they came on the island and they robbed all of our ancestors' knowledge that we taught them. And they claim that they discovered it. Come on, man. And that's why we have to go back to basics. We have to go back to our forefathers. Hey, grandma, tell me about medicines. What medicines do you know? What things can you teach me? What things that you talk to them? Talk to them before they leave us. Go back to the scriptures, coordinate with what they know and what the scriptures say. And you'll be surprised that these things, they are intertwined, like intermeshed, right? Better than a male peanut plant and a female peanut plant. They're better intertwined than those two, right? They're better intertwined. Now, verse 3, which we have heard and known, and our fathers have told us, we will not hide them from their children, showing to the generations to come to praise of the Lord and his strength and his wonderful works that he hath done. For he establishes a testimony in Jacob and appointed a law in Israel, which he commanded our fathers that they should make them known to their children, that the generations to come might know them, even the children which should be born, who should arise and declare them to their children. So now, let's read verse 1 again. Give ear, O my people, to my law, not religion, not what I think or my vain opinion or the rudiments of this world or the philosophies or enos of this world. No. Give ear, O my people, to my law. Incline your ears to the words of my mouth. That means like, Most High saying, what I say is what it is. What it is. You know what I'm saying? If you follow what I say, He's gonna give you wisdom behind your wildest dreams. You follow Him in the spirit. You in the zone. You're like, damn. And you go back to basics, and you tell your people, come back to basics, brother. Sis, come back to basics. Do you know this about this plant? If you know that about this plant, what do you know about copper? What do you know about boron, the multivitamin? What do you know about this vitamin? What do you know about that vitamin? You go to your aunts, your forefathers, grandmothers. Some of us even have great-great-grandmothers, and we lose or waste or the opportunity to talk to them. Go back to the old country. Go back to Haiti, West Indies. Go back to South America. Not on some vacation trip, but on some knowledge trip. On some gathering of knowledge trip. Go down there. Go to your the area of your family. Meet the fam. Meet who's in the zone that your parents were born in. You might even feel a certain type of way of what they call in French, deja vu. You go there, you sit, and you're like, damn, this feels familiar. And your father says, you was here when you was 2, 3 years old. And you walk around, you feel the vibration, the geothermic rhythms. You understand, you're going back to basics, and you realize your body knows things that you yourself don't know. Huh? And those are the blessings that we have. But we're too busy trying to chase a bag. Huh? Because us as original people, right? Our forefathers did make mistakes. Let's not sugarcoat it. Let's not sweep it under the rug. Let's look at it straight in the face. Be like, there it is. How are we going to clean this up? How are we going to fix this? Go back to the beginning, right? Now let's go to Leviticus 26. Leviticus 26, because I didn't want to just, mow down scripture. You really want to talk to y'all and see, really help y'all understand my point of view, and hopefully y'all understand it. And we are on the same wavelength, because this is going to be a nice little boat ride. We had another boat ride that was horrendous. Our ancestors went through hell, but it's going to be a good boat ride. Hopefully, by the end, when we reach our destination, we're on the same page and share this class, share this understanding. Hopefully, everybody bring our people to a realization of who they are and bring them back to their nationality and their heritage and the missing piece of who they are. Like just like in movies, the hero gets a trident or gets understanding or gets some superpower. Now we already have ours. You just have to dig in deep and be humble and crush that spirit of pride within ourselves. And we're going to see that right now. This is Leviticus chapter 26, verse 40. If they shall confess their iniquity and the iniquity of their fathers with their trespass, which they trespassed against me, and that also they have walked contrary unto me, and that I also have walked contrary unto them. That means that we have to admit that we went off. We went in a different direction than the Most High was going. Because the scripture said what? Amos, it says what? Can two walk together lest they be agreed? Most High put a contract in front of us. And a lot of our people forgot that contract. They forgot the blood that was sprinkled on them to submit that contract, right? And the Most High agreed that he walked contrary unto us. I'm not trying to say that Most High did wrong. Heck no, we went wrong all the way. Most High is just waiting on us. Put a 1 in the chat if you want to get beamed up, man. If you want to get up out of here. You want to get up out of here and you want to be with the Almighty Father, if you can, if it be His will, right? And you won't just want to be like, yo, I just want to be out of here, man. I'm tired. I'm working 1, 2, 3 jobs. I ain't got 2 pennies to rub together. I'm always with brothers. I love brothers. I love the Lord. But sometimes I'm tired. I want to get beamed up. I want our people to come together and be done so we can get so the Most High could get us out of here, man. Get up. Get us out of here and be over on his time, not our time, right? Verse 41, and that I have also walked contrary unto them, and have brought them into the land of their enemies. If then their uncircumcised hearts, uncircumcised, without knowledge of the Most High, right, be humbled. I mean, our wicked selves needs to humble ourselves, right? And they then accept the punishment of their iniquities. I mean, you're willing to accept the punishment that comes with it. Be willing to be hit in the head, whatever comes with that punishment. Then you say, Lord, I'm ready to go. I'm tired. I'm done, right? Verse 42, Leviticus 26, verse 42. Then will I remember my covenant with Jacob, and also my covenant with Isaac, and also my covenant with Abraham, will I remember, and I will remember the land. The land also shall be left of them, and shall enjoy her Sabbaths, while she lies desolate without them. And they shall accept the punishment of their iniquity, because they despise my judgment, and because their soul abhorred my statutes. Yeah, man. We got to accept our onus on that. The children of Jacob, Israel, with whom the covenant was established and made with. But we still got YNs out there, hard-headed. They don't want to break. They don't want to stop what they're doing. And that's the trap, man. Once you are solely invested and you spend too much money into something, you can't pull back. And that's the problem. But when you invest in the Lord, you can't be wrong. There ain't nobody in the scriptures that went hard for the Lord and was still wrong by the Lord, ever. Us as a people faulted. And we steered wrong from the Lord, and Most High got angry, and he was like, man, these YNs, I'm tired of them. And Most High's right for being angry, right? Well, let's see what he says in verse 44. Leviticus 26:44, and yet for all that, when they be in the land of their enemies, I will not cast them away, neither will I abhor them, to destroy them utterly, and to break my covenant with them. For I am the Lord, their God, possessive. I mean, like, yo, he's not the God of everybody. He's the God of the Israelites, man. He's the one living God for one people. Everybody else's God is, it's tissue paper, paperweight, or toilet paper. The Most High God is the highest God, and Yahushua, his heir, his only begotten Son, who sits at his right hand, is the one that's going to be king of the nation of Israel. But over him is going to be the Most High God, man, who never leaves his throne. Most High never sleeps. But he knows where we sleep. He knows where we lay our head. So I don't understand why people think that they could do stuff and get away with it, or go in their own direction and think that they're going to make it. What does Mark 8:34 say? Because there are people, they don't want to go back to basics. They want to do what they want to do, and damn the consequences. Damn the consequences. Yeah. I'm not. They think that they're going to go their way, and they're not going to, you know what I'm saying? They're not going to follow the Most High. And they're going to gain the whole world, man. No. Mark 8:36. For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul, right? So you go in direction, right? You don't want to come back to basics. You don't want to come back to the Lord's statutes and commandments. You don't want to do what the Lord say to do. You want to do it your way, right? The Most High ain't Subway, man. The Most High ain't no Subway restaurant, man. You have to do what He tells you. Most High is an omnipotent God, ancient of days, eternal King, Elohim, right? Yeah, Salah, Burger King, have it your way, man. There ain't no Burger King, man. There ain't no Burger King. No, this ain't no Burger King. Gun says this ain't no Burger King. Have it your way. Nah, Most High ain't walking like that, man. Most High ain't rocking like that. Now, let's go to Psalms 103. 103. Sirs and madams. 103. Hebrews and Sister Bruce. 103 and 17. And it reads, but the mercy of the Lord is from everlasting to everlasting upon them that fear him, and his righteousness unto children's children. That means that as parents, we fear the Lord. And this seems like these YNs and YWs, y'all, the young women, they don't fear the Lord, man. They don't fear the Lord. You got women out here throwing hands as if they men. You got men wearing dresses as if they're women, which is bugged, right? But the righteousness of children, right? Because we're all children of the Most High, but we have children of our own. And we instill that fear of the Most High in them as we have in us. He makes that's an inheritance for them. But then we teach them how to walk in the Lord. Because for them, we are born in this world, we are not of this world. Which means that when we are born in this world, right? Ourselves we are back to the basics. Not knowing who we are, not knowing nothing. We are a blank canvas. I wouldn't say a blank canvas. I would say a beautiful marble stone, right? That needs to be chiseled. And the Most High doing the chiseling, but as parents, we have to steer them in the right direction. Don't do that. Don't do that. But these are things that are handed down from parents to children. Now, verse 18. To such as keep his covenant, the children of Israel, to such as keep his covenant, and to those that remember his commandments to do them. See that? But our people, they don't want to come back, man. They don't want to do what the Most High tells to do. We want to repeat the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, which is insanity. And insanity is in the Bible. Insanity is in the Bible. Where? Let's go to Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 7. And it reads, surely oppression maketh a wise man mad. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. And this is where, and I agree, sis, flamboyant men that what are you doing? They're willing to do anything to be famous. They're willing to do anything to be famous. They want to do anything to be famous, even dress up with dresses, doing things that oppress other men. You don't think that a man that loves the Lord and knows the scriptures likes to see another man wearing a dress or a woman acting like a man? Everything is topsy-turvy. Nobody wants to accept common sense, reality, genetics, what God made, male and female, created he, them. They don't want to accept that. To the point where the president has to put that into law. When the president had to put common sense into law, we are cooked. This world is finished. This world is finished, man. Finished. And that's why I believe this class is necessary. And I pray that everybody share this class. When the president of the United States has to say that there's only two sexes, male and female, and he has to put that into a law, which is common sense, this world is cooked, man. This world is cooked. It's over. I never thought I'd see the day, man. When I was younger, everybody in the chat, y'all tell me if I'm going nuts. When I was younger, it wasn't even a question, man. Man, we go out, man. Yo, we see a two men walking together. They were family or friends, period. But now, yo, it's like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like, you gotta dap a brother up. You know what I'm saying? You gotta damn near fight a brother to make sure that he's not, swinging on the other, swinging for the other team. You know what I'm saying? Let me see, got that right. But the time of our ignorance has put a gap on reaching them. Yes, I could agree, but if the Yahusha could walk on water, if Yahusha could stop a storm, if Yahusha could cast a demon in a group of pigs, we could bridge that gap. We just have to blow a dynamite in their ear with this truth, with this reality, with common sense, with history. We have to. Because if we don't attempt it, our hands are bloody and evil. Right? Let me read some more of these comments. Let me see. I would be a millionaire right now if I would have been, yeah, all praises. All that, but best believe, sisters, every sister, and I pray that y'all share this video. Every sister that went back to their nationality, came to their realization of who they are, and they refuse opportunities, refuse things like this, refuse to do capitulate to those things, man. You don't think the Most High got y'all? You don't think the Most High gonna reward y'all for that? Now, I want y'all to double that reward. I want y'all to go out there and tell other sisters, yo, don't do that, man. What did they hear or forbid? That's Ezekiel. What did they hear or forbid? What did they want to hear, listen or not? You tell them, hey, sis, don't do that, man. You break it down for them. And they don't listen. Man, listen, man. That most I be like, I seen that. I seen that. You know what I'm saying? I seen that. You know what I'm saying? Boom. And you keep going. You keep going. Add on, man. Yo, listen. This world, they have a so-called black card, right? Which is unlimited. Now, I want to see for sisters and brothers that do this work, what type of black card they gonna get. You know what I'm saying? What type of unlimited fund they gonna get. You know what I'm saying? It's not based on fictitious money in the stock market. Nah, we're talking about based on real gold, real wealth. You know what I'm saying? Real tangible wealth. You know what I'm saying? I want to see my people become the black card. They walk around, yo, you're gonna give me that. And they walk into a dealership, you're gonna give me that car. I don't even need to present no black card. My presence, my name is my credit, man. No chip, no nothing. Because they're gonna know these are the people of God. They went back to basics. They did what they were supposed to do on their tenure as tenants upon this earth. which was wicked, and they did the work. So now they're gonna walk everywhere. Yo, I'm feeling like eating right now, and you know your husband say or your wife say, yo, I'm hungry. You hungry? What you want to eat? I want to go to Japan. I want to go to Japan. I want to go to this land. Oh, no problem. Yo, boot up the jet. Boot up the jet. And you see brothers, sisters come on the jet, book it, bang. You go, yo, you go back there. And at the same time, Yahushua tell us, yo, go over there, do the work. Yo, they're doing this, that, and third. Check them. Yeah, 3, 4 days, whatever the order. At the same time, we go over there, we do our thing, do the work of the Lord. Then after that, we bring these people back to basics and make them understand that this is the law, because all nations are going to have to follow the law. All nations. And then after that, whichever land you want, man. Whichever land. It could be any land. Any land. I'm just using Japan as an example because I like them slapping eyes people. I like to tell them to bow down. That's a quirk of mine. But you go any land you want, you know what I'm saying? And you go there, you bow down to the Lord, bow down to Yahushua. Y'all is supposed to not do this, do that, and this is what he decreed. And this, that, and the third. Now, bring me some food. No pork, shrimp, crab, or lobster. If there's any of that, we're destroying the whole island. And we eat, we book it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's how we're supposed to be. But before we get to that point, we got to go back to basics. We got to go back to the beginning. We got to go back to these laws, statutes, commandments. Because these other nations, they make sure that we walk on a fence. We walk in a tightrope where we can't go left, we can't go right, and they make sure to make life hard for us. But by telling other people, hey, you need to don't do that, don't do this. We start to understand that these people that we bring in and people that are already in this truth, they start to build a road that other people could walk on. And we could walk on our own 2 feet by having our own nation and our own interconnected network of people that keep the commandments and have businesses where we could go in and then not have to think about what we're going to eat or what we're going to buy. And on the Shabbat, it's closed and we keep in the law, and damn that, right? Now, let me see. Yeah, Japan. I just said Japan, man. Any country y'all want. You know what I'm saying? You're picturing it as I'm talking. And that's what it is. Because once we back to basics, and then we do what? We know the way, right? Which is the scriptures. We know the truth. So we have to tell other people the truth. And then once we get to that threshold that satisfies the Most High and Yahushua, then we enter into that life that we want. Bing, bang, boom. And it's a wrap. But we got to picture it, make other people picture it, and to know it, to know the way, and they know the truth, and them with us that really really about it, really want to eat that roll, which is that bitter roll, which is the scriptures, then the life comes in. And the life you want and you desire is manifest through your house shop. Right? Now, let me see. Spanish Harlem in the house. Blessings. He's doing great, man. He's doing great. You'd be surprised. He watching right now. Trust me. He watching. He watching. Salah. He watching. The water. Yes. Remember, everything that you desire, Yahushua taught us, it comes from within. But if your body and your temple is not right, and you're not in tune with the Creator and His only begotten Son, and you're not in totality correct. But nobody's perfect. It's day by day. And as a rule, we are very image-oriented people. So every time we make a mistake, we should have a timestamp, imagery of what we did wrong. And when that situation come back again before us, I seen this before. I seen this movie before. I ain't doing the same the same script that I did the last time. I'm going to switch it up this time. I'm going to go this way. I'm going to go the righteous way. Boom. You know what I'm saying? So now, let's keep going. Let's go to Psalms. Let's go to Psalms 89. 89, verse 28. And it reads. You need pictures. You need pictures. All right. For the next few classes, I want to see if I could put some more imagery in your eyes, but I want you to really absorb it, right? Psalms 89, verse 28, and it reads, my mercy will I keep for him forevermore, and my covenant shall stand fast with him. His seed also will I make to endure forever, and his throne as the days of heaven. If his children forsake my law and walk not in my judgments, if they break my statutes and keep not my commandments, then will I visit the transgressions with the rod, and their iniquity with stripes. Nevertheless, my loving kindness will not utterly take from him, nor suffer my faithfulness to fail. My covenant will I not break, nor alter the thing that is gone out of my lips. Most High said what he said. And he said, I may beat you, I may chastise you, I may beat that behind, yes, that behind, right? Because which is the creature that make the sweetest fruit upon the earth? And yet it's the smallest insect. It's the bee. Everybody love us. We make the best music, the best food. We play the best sports. The way we play sports, the way we dance, play music, all the stuff. We are the salt of the earth. But sometimes our behind needs to be beat because we don't want to listen. We don't want to hear nothing. Huh? And the next thing you know, boom, bang, boom, bang, bang. Lord, what's going on? Nah, you know what you did. Don't play dumb. You know what I'm saying? Don't play dumb. Right? Now, let's go to Psalms 103 and verse 7, I believe. And it reads, he made known his ways unto Moses, his acts unto the children of Israel. Let me read that again. He made known his ways unto Moses, who stayed up in that mountain, right? For 40 days and 40 nights, right? His acts unto the children of Israel. We got records. We got records. Shalom, Sister Dalia Kadash. Happy to see you. We got records. Meanwhile, the so-called white man, he created a movie. It's a hit movie. He has to go, oh, this is the prequel. Meanwhile, us, we got books that tell us, yo, we came out of here, Egypt, we were slaves. Moses, who was in the house of Pharaoh, in the midst of black men, a black man in the midst of black men of another nation, freed his people out of Egypt, crossed the Red Sea, split open by the hand of the Lord, huh? And from there, we began walking, doing our thing. Bang, boom, boom. Walls of Jericho, boom, boom. It ain't no wrestling move now. It's us breaking down the walls of Jericho where Rahab made sure that them brothers was safe and she was spared. That's how these other nations are supposed to move. If they want to be spared, they're supposed to treat us like, yo, we're the greatest thing since popcorn. Huh? We're the greatest thing since sliced bread. We're the greatest thing since the Most High gave us manna. You understand? And our people want to get crumbs off the table. And I used to be one of them, being in Canada, watching hockey. I thought that was it. That was the life. Right? Then I came here, saw these Jewish people. Oh, these are the people of God. The Most High set me on them fast. Said, "Yo, brother, wake up, man. You my boy. You mine." Now we got, brought me back to basics. Brought me back to now, boom, bang, bang. Yeah, you're gonna go through some training, brother. You need to understand it. I prayed to the Lord. I said, Lord, I want to know. I want to know what I'm missing. This can't be it. And bang, and bang, there you go. You want it? You got it. Now what? Now what, brother? Are you gonna quit, or are you gonna go back to basics and accept what it is? Because if you accept this, brother, sister, there's a lot to learn. In Ecclesiastes, it tells you what? Ecclesiastes 12 and 12. Let's go there. Let me see. Ecclesiastes 12 and 12. Huh? And further, by these, my son, be admonished. Be admonished. Of many books, there is no end, and much study is weariness of the flesh. Weariness of the flesh. So take your time. Take your time. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Read. Understand. Go deep. Go back to the basics. It's better to learn the basics than to learn the highest scripture there is. To have the highest wisdom. Now, learn the basics, man. The basics is where it's at. The basics is of your tribe. Find out find out what your tribe is, who your tribe from. Then from there, go to the book of Proverbs and learn from your tribe and absorb the Bible. Think about it. Wake up in the morning, scriptures. Think about the scriptures. Think about, how they did this? How did they do that? What did Issachar do? What did Ephraim do? What they about? What they really that warlike? Is Israel that warlike? How Israel can be warlike when they got priests? How can priests go to war? Ask yourself, go back to them basics and ask questions, man, and go deep into the scriptures and be like, how could the priests carry those things in the front of the army? And how did the Most High protect them while the priests are in front? If the priests are carrying all this stuff, how can the nation of Israel defend itself? All these questions, back to basics. Because that's where the real milk to strengthen your bones is at. But people want the high scripture, they want to chew on the biggest piece of understanding they can find. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong. We're going to go deep in that. Oh, cool. But the sweet milk of basic understanding. That's that daily milk, man. That's where you could get the most nutrients from. The strongest animals in the wild are the gorilla, silverback gorilla, the elephant, rhinoceros. And they're not meat eaters. They're not meat eaters. They eat vegetables. They eat herbs. Let that sink in, right? Now, let's go to Exodus chapter 31, verse 18. And it reads, and it reads, and he gave unto Moses, when he had made an end of communing with him upon Mount Sinai, 2 tables of testimony, tables of stone written with the finger of God. Now, if the Most High wrote this book with his finger on the side of the mountain, everybody saw the movie by Charlton Heston, Ten Commandments. You know what I'm saying? It's just we have to change the whole dynamic of the lips, the noses, and the hair, and the skin tone, and make our own 10 Commandments, right? And push aside that version, right? And you have the children of Israel, and the fact that all that law was written in the first 5 books of the Bible. And we realize that we have walking libraries, whether they committed sin or not, or they kept the law. Our forefathers have a wealth of information that tells us, hey, how did you live your life? Oh, I lived my life for pleasure. I ate pork, shrimp, crab, lobster. Now look at my body. I'm messed up and destroyed. I'm messed up, man. You're like, okay. And you go to other ones of your family. They don't eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. You make the comparison. You will see that Most High ain't no liar. You take care of yourself. You keep the commandments. You figure out the circuits of your body. The circuits, because Psalms 8:8 talk about the circuits of the ocean, how the ocean, the waters surrounding the waters move faster than the water surrounding it, which means that in our bodies it's the same thing. Some of us have a faster metabolism, others have slower metabolism. But if you learn the scriptures, you will learn the circuits of yourself and learn how to heal your body and heal through eating the fruits, vegetables, and different things that can heal yourself. Don't you want to discover who you are? And that's part of who you are. Part of what your tribe represents, who you are, and the basics of mechanics of who you are as a person, as a family, so that when let's look at it this way. You know yourself, right? And because you know these laws, you know these statutes and commandments, and you know many scriptures, and have an understanding that you could heal yourself, and when you have a child or you have children, they have illnesses, bam, you know exactly what to give them. Now we're going back to Genesis. We're going back to the beginning, the basics of how our forefathers healed each other, healed through plants, healed through the knowledge of self, healed through the wisdom that is that transcends time. Who else transcends time? The Ancient of Days, the Most High God. Come on, man. Yeah, we gotta connect these things. These basic things are so important. They're high vibrational, but to the common man in the world, they sound like it's not important. No, brother. Right now, you're really being a YN, man. Huh? So let's go to Leviticus 19, verse 32. And it reads, "Thou shalt rise up before the hoary head and honor the face of the old man and fear thy God. I am the Lord." Who is the hoary head? Who is the hoary head? The hoary head is the man that has the whole head of his head is gray hairs, man. This gray hair. It's gray. All you see is gray. I'm sure y'all seen, hoary head men that have totally no black, gray, white hair. I've seen in Brooklyn. I've seen a beautiful sister with white hair, pure white. I was like, wow, that is just wow. You're wow. Like this man, I was in awe. You know what I'm saying? I was in awe. It's like, nah, you gotta respect it. Like, yo, like that's I was like, yeah. It looks beautiful. If I could reach that age and look that good, man. It's like, Lord, I don't know. I want to reach that age. I want to reach that level. with beautiful white hair, but I don't want to eat the age that is matched with that. Now, if I get the wisdom, I guess I'll accept it. But I would like to be beamed up. Now, if you want to get beamed up with the white hair, press a 1 in the chat, please. All right. Let's go to Proverbs. Proverbs 16 and 31. And it reads, the hoary head is a crown of glory, if it be found in the way of righteousness. Right? Come on. Hey, if you make it, I want to see that. I want to see that. I want to see that, man. I want to see that. Come on. Yeah, beaten up. And you got the pure white hair, the ultimate representation of wisdom hair, the hoary head hair, the hair of wisdom, the hair of the Most High God, the amazement and revelation of the Most High, the triple G, the growing gray gracefully. Yes, sir. Growing gray gracefully, the triple G. Triple G. First, we were YNs and young women. Then we became OGs. Then we became triple Gs. Triple Gs. You know what I'm saying? Triple Gs, man. Like, and that shows the third level. The third level, the high level. There might be a 5th, 7 levels of that. But we gotta attempt that. We gotta attempt that for sure. For sure. Right? Now let's go to Isaiah. Come on. Isaiah 62 in verse 3. Thou shalt also be a crown of glory in the hand of the Lord, and a royal diadem in the hand of thy God. Come on, man. Come on, man. You get that triple G hair, you're in the hand of the Lord, and then Most High, He put you in His own in the diadem. That means that yo, boom, yo, boom, boom. I mean, yo, you high level than. Come on, man. It's a good place to be. But nobody said it would be easy. Nobody said it would be easy now. Nobody said it would be easy. Huh? Deuteronomy 31, verse 9. Start at verse 9. And it reads, and Moses wrote this law and delivered it unto the priests, the sons of Levi, which bear the ark of the covenant of the Lord, and unto all the elders of Israel, not the world, of Israel. Right? And Moses commanded them, saying, at the end of every 7 years, in the solemnity of the year of release, in the Feast of Tabernacles, when all Israel, the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American, or Taino, Araqua, Negro descent, right? These are the people of God, and Taino descent, of Negroid descent, the Seminole Indian and Native American, the Gullah, the Geechee, right? All my people, Haitians, my people, Trinidadians, West Indians, South Americans of Negro descent, on your father's side, from the pedigree of your father, when all Israel is come to appear before the Lord thy God in the place which he shall choose, thou shalt read this law before all Israel in their hearing. Gather the people together, men, women, and the children of thy stranger, right? That is within thy gates, that they may appear and that they may learn and fear the Lord your God and observe to do all the words of this law, and that their children. So we're talking about the people of God, men, women, children, even the stranger that's within the gates at that time during the Feast of Tabernacles, that they may learn and fear the Lord your God and observe to do all the words of this law. That means that we have to go out there, go back to basics, learn from our history, learn from this law, right? And that their children, which have not known anything, these YNs, these young women, these children out here that buck wild, crashing out, that their children, which have not known anything, may hear and learn to fear the Lord your God as long as ye live in the land, whether ye go over Jordan to possess it. So wherever you're going, we're supposed to go out there in the woods, if we can, if you're able to. Sometimes it's hardships and difficulties, right? But if you can, go out there. It's an experience, man. It's an experience. Most High is not gonna keep you safe. Gonna keep you safe. The sisters need to go out there with the brothers. Brothers to keep y'all safe, and the Lord to keep us all safe. It's a learning experience. It's a learning experience, man. You vibe with the geothermic timing of the Feast of Tabernacles, of the earth, of sleeping on the ground, of listening to crickets, listening to the environment. Hey, my first year, I had a bear pass through, and nothing happened to me. So, hey, the bear went to the garbage. Most High kept me safe. Most High kept me safe in the wilderness with bears and bear, a big female bear and the bear cub, and it was good out there, right? So Most High keep us safe, keep all of us safe. It's an experience. It's a vibration, man. You wake up after a couple of days or a week of being out there, you're like, yeah, damn, I got it good in the neighborhood. And you go, when you're done, Feast of Tabernacles, you go back to civilization. You're like, you have a whole new another perspective of where you live or where you at. You're like, man, yo. And you realize, yeah, it was hard, but you could rough it. You could do it. If necessary, you could do it. There are people out there, they claim they could do it. But you see them on videos, down on the internet, down the rabbit hole. Yeah, they're in the woods, in the hammock, and they hear something go bump in the night. Yo, what the? Nah, because they don't have no hedge of protection around them. They don't. They're not the people of God. Anything can come at them. But us, you Black, Hispanic, and Native American, so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American, Negro descent, you Taino Indians, you Seminole Indians, you Native American, of Gullah, Geechee, you know, dark-skinned Native Americans, not those that came from Alaska, from Russia, no, them pale faces, no. The true Reubenites, the true Gadites, the true Native Americans, man. The Gullah, the Geechee, the Arawaks, the Cherokee, the true Cherokees. You know what I'm saying? There's many more that was running out of town by the Trail of Tears, by a nation that never kept their word. Huh? And they could never leave us alone for some reason. They're always around us, always bothering us. They could not survive without us, and that's a fact. Lake Lanier, we had golf courses in the 1930s. Between the 1930s and 1960s, we have golf courses, whole towns. Besides Tulsa, Oklahoma, besides certain towns in South Carolina, North Carolina, Florida. We had whole towns, and they would not leave us alone. You know what I'm saying? But we could rough it out there. With the Lord, we could rough it. We could do it. Trust me, man. Trust in the Lord. Now let's go to verse 24. And it reads, and it came to pass, when Moses had made an end of writing the words of this law in a book until they were finished, that Moses commanded the Levites, which bear the ark of the covenant of the Lord, saying, take this book of the law and put it in the side of the ark of the covenant of the Lord your God, that it may be there, that it may be there for a witness against thee. That means the law is a witness against us. That means that the law, a witness, last time I checked, a witness is a living person. It's a living entity. That means that if a witness could point, a witness is a person that could point fingers. Now, if the law is a witness against us, that means it's a living entity. That means that this word is live. It is alive. It's literally alive. Like, it is literally alive in your hands. But we got to get back to the basics of the law. We got to get back to the basics of what it is. Huh? And how much this Bible is a witness against us? Watch this. This is Deuteronomy chapter 17. Chapter 17, verse 18. And it reads, and it shall be when he sitteth upon the throne of his kingdom, he is the king, that he shall write a copy of this law in a book out of that which is before the priests, the Levites. That means that even a king, the law, could point finger at the king. The law could point a finger at the very person that Most High put on the throne to rule Israel. Which is why Yahushua is a perfect lamb. He ain't make no mistake. And he became our Savior, our King, our Lord for all time. All time. Because there's no place where the law as a witness could point against Yahushua. He did everything perfect. Everything perfect. So we have to get perfect in line with not only the Most High, but Yahushua, which is our King, and the Most High God, which is the eternal King, over Yahushua. Huh? And then once we get in our perfection, each one of us, and we good. And we good. Then we're gonna start doing some stuff that Adam was doing. Hey, elephant, come over here. Bam. Hey, slave, put that palanquin on that elephant. Bam. Sisters, you could climb the elephant. Elephant, bow down. Bam. Elephant bows down. Then brother's gonna help the sister or their wives mount the elephant. Or she's like, I don't want to mount the elephant today. I don't want the elephant to be at rest because it's the Sabbath. Oh, you're right. You're right. You're right. You know what I'm saying? You're right. Yo, the slave had to carry them. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we gotta walk. We gotta go there. We gotta do this, do that. It's a Sabbath. We can't, we have to let them rest. You know what I'm saying? All that. You know what I'm saying? All that. Because at this point, the Lord's going to be scribing in our hearts. But we got to practice that type of mentality now. Not when the kingdom comes. Because you have to practice the basics right now. Practice the basics right now. Now, let's go. Let me see. Let me go to Baruch chapter 4 and verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of God and the law that endureth forever, and all they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. Shall die. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Now, all these things are things that are easy for us to do. easy for us to access. Huh? But as people, we know the blessings and the cursings. We know Deuteronomy 28. We know Deuteronomy 28 and 1. Right? But for understanding purposes and for people that are going to watch this video, right? I want you to understand why we got into this situation. Let me bring the bad news first, because I like good news afterwards. Because according to scripture, the herbs is created before the fruit. So let's give the herbs first, the bitter herbs first, right? This is Deuteronomy 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken, or meaning listen, unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. And we got curses upon curses. 43 to be exact. It's 43 curses, man. And if many of you read the whole chapter from 15 to 68, y'all see that we fit those curses. Because if if you ask, let's say, a person to read those scriptures that came from an island, knows how to read, and never met a black person in their life, right? And you drop them in the ghetto and you tell them to read all these, right? Read all these curses and read the history of black people, I guarantee you they'll say we fit these curses. You tell Colombo to read these curses and he's going to see, yeah, black people fit these. Tainos fit these. Taino Puerto Ricans, of people of Taino Puerto Rican descent, or people of Negro descent, black, so-called African Americans, so-called Native American of Negro descent, right? They fit these curses. Nobody else fit these curses, right? We went on slavery on ships, and that's the last curse in that chapter. And it goes, Deuteronomy 28:68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold. Nobody was sold. Nobody was sold like us. Nobody else was sold like us. On auction blocks, felt up. Book of Negroes, man. You watch that movie or that series, yo, being felt up. Yo, come on, man. On full display, being felt up, being touched up by women, by men, live, like you a piece of cargo. Like you're chattel slavery. They say chattel, I say cattle slavery. They sold us like we were cattle, sheep, goats, cows, like we was animals, man. Ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, slave men and slave women, and no man shall buy you. Buy you, meaning no man's gonna be able to redeem us out of our slavery. Meaning, no person was able. The only way to buy someone or redeem someone out of slavery was an Israelite, of our people, would come and say, "Hey, I want to buy Django. I want to buy this brother or that sister." That's will be redeeming, right? The people will say, "Oh, but we came here by choice," or that Florida governor, or you say, "Oh yeah, slavery was a good thing." If it's so good, right? If slavery was so good, right? Then you take the penalty that comes with that, man. Let's go to Exodus chapter 21, verse 16. And it reads, "And he that stealeth a man and selleth him or her," right? or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely, not maybe, not perhaps, not on a roll of the dice, or I don't know, it might not no, he shall surely be put to death. So if it was a good thing, then the Most High heard that man and let the Most High deal with that man according to the law and what it says. And let that man pay the price for saying that. Surely you're going to be put to death. Because if you endorse it and you voted for it and you stand on it, then that means that you're going to take the penalty and the reward that comes with that. And that's why, yes, Sister Wana, payback will be a man. Listen, man. But now, I like my sweets, my desserts at the end, right? This is Deuteronomy, peanut butter. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1. It shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken, if you listen diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. Will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. Man, so between people going into slavery and the Lord saying, if you listen to me, I'm going to put you on a pedestal, man. I'm going to put you on top shelf. Crème de la crème. Like they say in French. Crème de la crème. Top shelf. Who would that be? Because there are people, like I said, they found a way, right? They know the truth, and they live in the life. But now, is that life in righteousness? The Most High put them on, according to their deeds and their works. But some of us have to work harder, because we want that ultimate prize, that grand prize, that prize that the earth cannot provide. Only the Most High. Even if all the earth would come out, all of its wealth to pay for reparations, it would not be enough to satiate the Most High, you know what I'm saying, and the nation of Israel. It will not satiate the Most High, Yahushua, and the nation of Israel. We want the ultimate prize, man. The ultimate prize. And to get the ultimate prize, we have to start from basics. Remember, we have to check ourselves, come back to basics, do things I'm supposed to be done according to Scripture. So, according to Scripture. Huh? Now, let's go to Ecclesiasticus chapter 45 and verse 5. And it reads, he made him to hear his voice and brought him into the dark cloud and gave him commandments before his face, even the law of life and knowledge, that he might teach Jacob his covenants and Israel his judgments. Huh? Come on, man. That's Moses. Right there. Come on, man. He went in there in that cloud, man. He got all that. Now let's go to verse 17. He gave unto him his commandments and authority in the statutes of judgment, that he should teach Jacob the testimonies and inform Israel in his laws. See that? We have to cherish this, man. We have to cherish this. We went through too much suffering in Egypt. Get out of there by the hand of the Lord. Most High split open that Red Sea, walked. Many people died in that wilderness. Come to Mount Sinai, get the law, Even though we broke the law in the face of the Most High, man, by making that golden calf. And Levi is responsible for that. And on top of that, we slaughtered the people. Some of the people. You know? We have to check. Too many people of our people have died, man. We have to get back to basics and get right. And tell people to get right. And share this video to tell people to get right. Baba Kashah, please, in the Hebrew. Right? Now let's go to Ecclesiastes 35. Let's start at verse 1. And it reads, he that keepeth the law bringeth offering enough. He that taketh heed to the commandment offereth a peace offering. He that requireth a good turn offereth fine flour. And he that giveth alms sacrificeth praise. To depart from wickedness is a thing pleasing to the Lord, which is why we are here to teach our people to come back to basics, man. So they could depart from wickedness. Because that will please the Lord and the angels. And to forsake unrighteousness is propitiation. Thou shalt not appear empty before the Lord. On high holy days, we're not supposed to come empty. Because there are people that come because they desire to eat, to understand, and they need sustenance to be able to absorb the knowledge that come in them as the word is being brought out. And on top of that, first and foremost, is to give offering unto the Most High of your best fruit, of your best labor, like Abel did. His best labor, he gave his most beautiful lamb, which was pleasing to the eyes of the Lord. For all these things are to be done because of the commandment. Because of the commandment. Verse 16, he that serveth the Lord shall be accepted with favor, and his prayer shall reach unto the clouds. Shall reach unto the clouds. The prayer of the humble pierceth the clouds till it come nigh. He will not be comforted, and will not depart till the Most High shall behold to judge righteously and execute judgment. Execute judgment. But at this juncture right now, we have to admit, Most High has a controversy, man, with our people. Most High has a controversy with the nation of Israel. Most High has a controversy with the nation of Israel. People think that, like the Christians will tell you, oh, God has a problem with, because people don't have faith. No. It's who we are talking about. Whom. It's not everybody. Hosea 4:1. What does it say? Let's read it. Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. For the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there's no truth, no mercy, no knowledge of God in the land. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out, and blood toucheth blood. Therefore shall the land mourn, and every one that dwelleth therein shall languish. With the beasts of the field, with the fowls of heaven, yea, the fishes of the sea also shall be taken away. What are we eating now? Tilapia? Come on, man. You're not even a real fish. Yet let no man strive, nor reprove another. For thy people are as they that strive with the priests. Therefore shalt thou fall in the day, and the prophet also shall fall with thee in the night, and I will destroy thy mother. Who's the mother? Is she not the nurturer of the household? Is she not the one that teaches the children? Is she not the ones that teaches the children of Israel, the children of God, the cogs of this earth, the children of God, the people that make this world go round, that make the machinery of this world go round? Huh? My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children. So before the Most High forget us, as time is short, let's tell our people, our children, and everybody that don't know these things to come back to basics, man. Come back to the law. Come back to the beginning. Because the law was the first thing, the Most High, one of the first things written record that the Most High gave us was the law. From even the king, to be able to rule, he had to write down the law. And the law was a witness against us. And a witness is a living entity, a living person. You go to court, somebody had to point fingers. Hey, that the dude. Y'all seen Law and Order? I'm a big fan of Law and Order. I've been watching Law and Order. When there's Law and Order marathon, I'm on it. And there's always a witness pointing fingers. And that witness is this is our witness. And the law will never fail. It will not fail. Don't believe what people tell you. Oh, it was written by the hand of man. Hey, what does scripture say? The law is a witness against us. I mean, like, yo, we got to get our people to get back on track, man. Get back in the lab. Get back in your mind in the temple of the Lord. Get back in that laboratory before the Lord. And don't be concocting witchcraft. No, get back in the Lord. Humble yourself and stand before the Lord boldly. Be like, Lord, I went off. I did what I did. I want to get back on track. The Day of Atonement starts when the Day of Atonement ends, like the General Hashar says. The Day of Atonement starts when the Day of Atonement ends. And now the Feast of Tabernacles just passed. We went inside our booths, our tents, and we entered our inner booths, our inner temples. And now we are out, back in from the wilderness, back from the cold, back from the rain, wet. And rain and wetness is blessings. So we need to take that blessing and run with it. Like a steamroller. Not at high speed, at slow speed. It's not a marathon. It's not a race, it's a marathon. Yeah, we're going to steamroll, but we're going to steamroll at slow speed. And do things right. With that, I pray y'all learned a lot from this class. Y'all had a good time. I know I got a good time. And I appreciate y'all for coming to Yadale Kadash. I hope that you rewatch it and you share with other people. Law and Order. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. McCoy and Black Cop. You know what I'm saying? I forgot his name. You know what I'm saying? And Criminal Intent. I don't like SVU, man. SVU is too nah. You know what I'm saying? And there's also, I heard brothers talking about Law and Order, organized crime. I got to get into it. So, but we have the true Law and Order. If we had Law and Order for our stuff, like for the Nation of Israel, we had our own episodes and our own TV shows, man, we would be slamming. We would be slamming. Come on, slamming. So with that, remember the law is the back to basics, is a witness against us, and we walk contrary unto the Lord, and he walked contrary unto us according to scripture. But we have to get back on track, come back together. And once we are back one in one mindset, one way, one law, then we can move forward onto greater things. And the rudiments of the world would not have any effect on us. So with that, blessings to the nation of Israel, blessing to all my people that came to watch and learn and take a part of this class. Love y'all. Let me see the comments. My tent would be looking like a mini house out there. I'm sure of it. You have a freaking counter in the corner over there, a wardrobe, and a whole shoe rack. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh man, let me see. Get put head out. Yes. You know. Let me see. Great class. Love you, brother. Thank you. Please share this class. You know, it'd be do a service to the Most High. Let the Most High's word be brought out to every corner of the earth, and not just my class, also Char's class, Kazak's classes, Abunarian's classes too, and Daniela's classes, and Daniela going to camp and brothers going to camp. Share those videos so that the algorithm and the videos could be brought out there, and so that you know, we please the Lord and we make Yahweh Shai speak unto the Almighty Father, Eternal King. Make all of our endeavors come to fruition, you know, so that we could do bigger and better things. With that, Shalom. Wish y'all a good rest of your week and a good Shabbat. If I don't see you again until next week. Shalom.